Hey guys, what's up? JB Illusion here, and we're going to be continuing with Shadowrun. We finished Gabbett's story. Click back and you will, of course, see the awesomeness of that. And now we're going to be doing... Thank you, ship. Apparently Izybelle's stupid computer is just that loud. Hey, say what you will about my computer, at least my fan isn't that loud. Alright, what's up? Izybelle Avatar flicks on. I saw that you accepted my offer. We have accepted her offer to do some work for her, to help her. I'm not exactly sure of what's happening. Let's just read on. That was the right choice, you'll see. Thank you. I'm ready to make our run on DECCON whenever you are. Alright. Alright, nice avatar. That's a good look for you. Isn't it? I spent months customizing it. Okay, cool. Alright, gotta go, Izybelle. Izybelle is a very interesting character because she feels more at home in the Matrix than she does in real life, which I think is the same for a ton of Deckers, to tell you the truth of the matter. I really like that idea. We'll be alright. Hopefully on sound. Remember, this was really my first Let's Play. So be nice to me. This was an interesting, fun Let's Play too. So we're gonna hit the MTR station. We're very, very close to the end of the game. It's just that I want to make sure we do everything. Maybe we'll get the best ending, maybe we won't. I'm trying for it. We need to go to DECCON, and then later on we'll talk to Dreamland, who's actually... I forget. I feel like Dreamland is a Decker who's known in the rest of the Shadowrun world. I'm not exactly sure, so let's go to Kiosk, to DECCON, where we have no idea. Add a selected runner, Izybelle, and we can add one other runner to team up with us. I'm not really sure who we should pick. I mean, Duncan would be very useful as a security specialist. Raptor, we're going to like... We're going to a very heavily technological based area, so breaking Raptor probably wouldn't be too bad. Gaichu is kind of out of the question because he's like, what, a 6-foot tall ghoul. He's not going to draw attention. We did manage to, in previous episodes, pass him off as like, you know, makeup for TV, but we're going to bring Gabet, and hopefully that wasn't the worst choice ever. We're going to confirm, let's go. Let's go to this show. We're something something in a land of snow. I'm sorry. I am like having a weird day. A chartered bus carries you from Kiosk to a mid-range hotel in Sunwon. All around you, the happy chatter of your fellow passengers fills your ears. Your techs speak in a variety of languages and dialects. Talk about new lines of drones and decks, arguments over innovations in data jack technology, and baseless speculation about the next season of Urban Brawl. Your guest badge, a glossy slip of laminated paper emblazoned with a flashy logo, hangs on a lanyard around your neck. Your trinket into the convention hall. Your ticket into the convention hall. Whoa. And the only disguise that you should need. Okay. So there's someone that our dear illustrious friend Izybelle needs to talk to, and it may or may not involve hurting this man a lot. That has a burst fire mode, cap 16, cap 12. I mean, burst fire mode is very useful, but there's a reason why we have the room sweeper. It acts more like a shotgun than anything else. Colt Manhunter is fairly useful. I like the cap. And Bloody End is to cause, well, bleeding damage. We'll be alright. Worst comes to worst, I'll bring the mummy. Boop. Oh, I need summoning of one. I can pass that to Gabet. But, you know what, I think we'll be fine. One day we might switch out of the suit, or you know what, maybe we don't, because I always envisioned Hollywood wearing a suit. Let's keep going. I'm actually happy that Hollywood kinda doesn't suck anymore, but the issue is we're literally, like, towards the end of the game now. Okay. The sound shouldn't be too bad. I think we'll be alright. The service entrance to the harbor Spires Hotel Looks like any other. Scuffed walls, coated in shit paint. A floor of well-worn hardwood, a time card reader hanging on the wall at a slight tilt. Nothing about the dingy, old utilitarian confines of the room that you're in hints at the elegance and fine decor of the hotel beyond. Alright, cool. Give me a second, because there's all types of weird-ish noise. I'm just gonna drop this down just a bit. To like that. That'd probably be a little bit good, or a little bit better, hopefully. Okay, anyhow, let's keep going. What does Gobbet have to say? It smells like clams in here. Of course Gobbet would be thinking about food. She wrinkles her nose, sniffing. Clams and something else. Tequila, maybe? Some kind of sour liquor. It's hard to tell. Your earpiece crackles to life, Izybelle calling for the woman's lavatory. So, this is what I like about the Shadowrun story missions. Doing or companion missions. Doing a mission for Izybelle while bringing someone else. I just like how, depending on the group of people that you take with you, different things will happen. It's always a treat when you go back and play through the game and do something with a different group, a different organization of characters. It's just really nice to know what they have to say. You know, Hollywood, a burst of static fills your ear, obliterating Izybelle's voice. A second later, she cuts back in. You in position? Yeah, I'm standing just outside the service entrance. Alright, so more white noise. Good. This doesn't bode well. Aren't you going to be giving us instructions over the comm? Yeah, hang on a sec. Static. Trying to boost our signal strength. The sound cuts out entirely for a good 5 seconds. When Izybelle's voice is back, it's half again as loud as it was before. There, that's better. What a pain in the ass this is. There's way too much interference coming from the show floor. We aren't going to be able to rely on our comm links for this. I'll find us a workaround. I hope that you do it fast. The entire plan hinges on you being able to communicate. Oh, that doesn't inspire confidence. Like I said, I'll find a workaround. For now, let's concentrate on the task at hand. And the task at hand is the catering staff. Oh, of course. The catering staff should all be in the kitchen, hauling trays of steamed clams and apart aperitifs. Aperitifs? Out of the convention hall floor. Aperitifs. Okay. Called it. Nice, Gobbet. Izybelle plows ahead, ignoring the interruption. Cool. I'm gonna need you to find a way to get me one of the uniforms. One that will fit someone my size. Okay. Find a dwarf-size catering uniform. Check, I'm all on it. Gotcha, boss. Good. Oh, and Hollywood? We aren't going loud yet. Got it? Whatever you do, don't start shooting. We can't afford to send Rhombus running before we can get him cornered. Okay, so the other Decker's name's Rhombus? Right, no shooting until we have Rhombus. Got it. Jeez, Mom. Alright, so this is an alarm panel. This would have been really helpful if we brought Raptor. And we're not really skilled in this. We don't have a decent decking level. Let's check the archive. Hong millions. The damn sprinklers went off again. The entire kitchen was flooded. And Chef Bun quit. Ah, that sucks. We're going to have to go with third-party caterers for the big event this weekend. Because we sure as hell can't steam a few thousand clams without any kitchen staff. True. That's not gonna happen. Alright, let's see what we could do. We're just gonna open the door. Maybe we could schmooze our way... Schmooze. Alright. The Harbor Spires kitchens are a whirlwind of activity. Attractive 20-somethings in white catering uniforms dash in and out of the room, their arms laden with heaping trays of steaming shellfish. One man stands still amidst the chaos. The eye of the storm, his white coat is at least half again wider than those of his subordinates, and his collar's starched as stiff as a board. The floor manager notices you, and his eyes narrow. He stalks towards you. practically frothing at the mouth. You can't help but notice the embroidered corporate logo on his lapel. Pastry, magic, and more. Fine catering. The image is completed by a stylized rendering of what appears to be a frolicking kitten standing astride a pair of shooting stars. Ooh, that actually sounds like a nice logo. Alright. You! What are you doing in my kitchen? Ah! Ooh, that hurt a little bit. He glances at your chest, sees the visitor badge hanging from the lanyard that Izybelle gave you, dangling around your neck. Convention goers are not allowed beyond the show floor. It's a good thing we picked Socialite. Please forgive my impatience. I have a gala event to cater, and I was hoping to book you for that event. He raises an eyebrow, his curiosity piqued. A gala event, you say? In that case, please forgive me. I didn't realize that I was speaking with a man of quality. A man of quality? That's Hollywood. You are, my good man. The only concern that I have is your uniforms. I'm not certain that they'll work with our decor. I'm sure that some arrangement can be made. He taps at a device on his wrist, and in the corner of the room a door opens with a click. Here. Why don't you take a spare uniform to compare against your event's space? If it doesn't work for you, we can come to a compromise. See? That's how you get him. Always looking for business. What a splendid idea. I'm looking forward to working with you, sir. And I with you. When you're ready to book us, please contact our main office and ask to speak with Ban. She'll take good care of you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really must get back to work. Boom, baby. That's what's up. That's how you take care of business. Taking care of business. We got a catering uniform. Taking care of business. Going hard in the... Oh, well, look at this. Alright, we actually are now out here. I like this. And let's go talk to Izybelle. I think she's over here. Yo! What's up? We got you your uniform. You're in the women's restroom to find Izybelle waiting impatiently for you. Her guest badge dangles from its lanyard at a canted angle, and the clumped ropes of her hair look frazzled. At the sight of you, she steps forward. You're here. Good. I'm getting tired of hanging out in the ladies' room. You have the uniform? Item, catering uniform, handed to her. There you go. She eyes the embroidery of the logo, nodding. Good. Good. This will work. Alright. I'm gonna change into this thing and hightail it to the employees only door on the far side of the convention hall. They'll let me in, even without a badge. They'll just figure that some rich guy wants a drink. Where's the VIP area? On the other side of the convention floor. I'll have to cross the show floor to do it, but that should be safe enough. Nobody pays attention to the catering staff at these things. Gobbet perks up. I do! Of course she does. She scowls. Nobody who isn't preoccupied with stuffing her face pays attention to the catering staff. She nods eagerly. That is fair. So I'll make my way across, pass through the door, and take the elevator up to the admin wing on the 6th floor. All that you need to do is take your position and wait for my instructions without raising an alarm. Pretty simple stuff. Should be foolproof, assuming that you don't screw anything up. Do you have any questions? Have you figured out what you're going to do about the spotty comlink connection? What am I supposed to do on the show floor? Have you figured that out? Yes, there's a demo kiosk near the VIP entrance. It's running some new Matrix avatar editing suite or something like that. The software is called Perfect Persona. Ooh! I also think that that's another, like, tossback at some other stuff in Shadowrun. But maybe I'm just, like, crazy. When I get to the admin area, I'm going to patch myself into Perfect Persona console, and we're going to communicate through that. It isn't a perfect solution, but it beats having to deal with a dropped connection. Just be sure to grab the kiosk when you're in position. Don't let anyone else get to it. What else should I do? Walk the show floor, mingle. Try to look like you belong there. Here. Just try not to say or do anything that'll stand out in a bad way. You're supposed to be a hot new decker in town. Try to act the part. What am I supposed to do again? Wait by the VIP door area. When I identify Rhombus, you'll apprehend him and tell him that he's the lucky winner of a complimentary VIP pass upgrade. You'll escort him through the VIP doors into a room that I'll have empty and waiting. Then we'll all get the software from him together, beat him up, and stash him in a closet. No more questions, let's hit it. Alright, so I like this plan. The thing about these companion missions is the fact that they open up the world. Like, you understand so many things from different perspectives. Like, for example, with Gobbet, we ran into a toxic mage. If you don't really know too much about Shadowrun or the toxic mages or how that all works out, it's fairly interesting. Hello, sir. What's up? As you approach the corner of the convention floor, you find a brightly lit entrance. There are signs on the walls pointing toward it SimSense parlor / decking area. As you draw closer, a convention staffer in a bland uniform steps towards you. Sorry to say it, but we're a bit crammed right now. If you hang tight, we should be able to squeeze you in soon. There's maybe a half-hour wait. Please, places like this never run at full capacity. You're keeping a few VIP slots in the back, right? I don't have half an hour. Are you sure that I can't just slip on by? I can make it worth it. We'll go with the VIP. We're full up. I don't know how else to say it. You need to wait like everyone else. Stay cool, and we'll get you in as soon as possible. Okay, alright. It's cool. I'll just back off, see what else we got. We got drones. I should have brought Ractor. He would have found this very amusing. Now, what's up with this dude? He's a troll decker. We've got another decker here. Tired attendee, and we've got some other dudes. We need to take care of... Okay, it's somewhere in there. Alright, let's talk to this dude and see... Oh, product display. Let's check it out. A rack of high-capacity stick memory devices, patent pending. Alright. A pot-bellied troll with 2 days' worth of mangy stubble smiles and turns to face you. You know, kind of like my mangy stubble. The chrome of his data jack shimmers wetly in the light, but his cyberdeck is conspicuously absent. Hey, what's going on? His badge hangs low on his lanyard. You catch a glimpse of his decking handle, Headspace. Strange to see someone at DeckCon without a cyberdeck. He snickers. I could say the same about you. Where's your deck, man? Left it in my hotel room. Bad place for you to do it. This entire show is a pissing contest, in case you didn't know. Walking around with a deck is like, well, use your imagination. So, where's your deck? You didn't give us an answer. Thank you, Gobbet. I love you. He taps his head with a smile. Right up here. I got the next generation of decking technology, a cranial cyberdeck. He continues without waiting for a response. It's the apex of modern decking technology. Miniaturized, compact, easy to sneak into the most sensitive of locations. I don't need to lug a great big external deck around with me. It's a night and day difference between this and my old Fairlight Excalibur friend, night and day. Why the F would you get your deck installed in your head? Why wouldn't I? It's compact, it's versatile, it's fast and powerful. He really sounds like he's trying to sell it to us. Like someone was trying to sell me an iPhone. With this sweet baby, I can deck wherever I go, whenever I want, without having to lug something the size of an electronic keyboard around with me. It's the best of all worlds, I'm telling you. You've got to get one for yourself. Izybelle's voice crackles in over your comlink. This guy's an idiot. Cranial cyberdecks are a terrible idea for more reasons than I can count. Deckers swap out their gear every couple of months. You want someone monkeying around in your brain that often? I'll make it easy for you. You don't. The troll continues blissfully unaware of Izybelle's interruption. So, have I sold you on a head deck of your own yet? Come on, you know that I have. Okay, let's ask him. Wouldn't you have to have people poking around in your head every time you need an upgrade? He blinks. Well, I guess, but that thing is going to be obsolete within 6 months. And then you're going to, what, get more brain surgery? He crosses his arms, sets his jaw. It's no different from installing an encephalon? And everyone does that. What do you know, anyway? Nothing. Not a thing. Now leave me alone. When you inform someone that Apple products may or may not be, you know, the best. Ooh, a demo. A demo of As a Technology's new format. Okay. What's up? The man standing at the As a Technology demo station looks strangely out of place at a Decker convention. He isn't carrying a cyber deck, and you can't see any sign of cyberware on his person, not even a data jack. He looks up from his kiosk, blinking. Did you want to use this? Am I in your way? He sounds preoccupied. He shifts so many crazy noises in the background. He shifts his body and his movements are unnaturally smooth and graceful. Is he a whatchamacallit? Is he an adept? As he moves, you can see that the kiosk screen is flickering. Apparently the demo software is glitched out. Use astral perception to read the man's aura. What's up? Your third eye slides open and the world around you goes gray. The flashing screens and blinking lights of DECCON's show floor fade to nothing. The aura of the man in front of you crackles like a bonfire. He's magically active, very much so. His entire body scintillates with barely contained magic. As your third eye flutters shut, color and vibrance return to the world. The man in front of you clears his throat. So, if you're not here for the kiosk, was there something else you needed? Examine his visitor's badge. The badge hanging from his lanyard is a cheap day pass, only good until the show floor closes tonight. The name field says Game G in block letters. Gamagee. Gamagee? You aren't a Decker, you're an adept. His demeanor changes, goes from tired to suspicious. Why do you say that? Because I read your aura? Oh, shoot, he's another Shadowrunner. Then you're as out of place here as I am. Look, I'm here to relax and get off the streets. They've got free clams and free wine, and everybody but you seems happy to keep them to themselves. So just leave me in place. Oh, if only we had Shadowrun. Look, I think that you're here on job. I am too. Just want to make sure that you don't step on each other's toes. Hey, whatever you say. Thank you. Walk away. Later then, enjoy the show. He turns his back to the kiosk, his eyes fixed on the far door. So this is his... When we do whatever we do, he's gonna make his move. Is this a friend of his? That's a convention goer. I think we're still trying to get in here. Let's just check in with this guy. Judging by the patches sewn onto his bomber jacket, cool, this elf is from the Nan Council Island. To be specific, a forested chunk of rock in the middle of Lake Washington that was called Mercer Island until the Native American nations reclaimed it. Oh, cool. See, like I said, information. He doesn't look Amerindian, though. If anything, he looks Chinese in descent, though his mask makes it hard to tell for sure. He turns to face you at your approach. His features are mostly hidden, but you see that he's sporting a high steel collar and spiky hair. His cheeks are high-boned and shallow. His eyes are nervously. He eyes you nervously. Hey, you want something from me? What's up? Just wanted to get to know my fellow congoers. Is there anything specific that you're here to see? Yeah, I'm here to check out the 57 Fuchi cyber decks. My 55 Cyber 7 is barely cutting it these days. I want to see what they're coming out with next year, and I've heard that they have a demo station. So tell me, what's your favorite new ESP for incursion operations? I like Blasthammer personally. Heard of it? It's open source, developed by the Southeast Asian decking community. Does a number on Blocker, I see. Blasthammer is an old hat, and most of the big corps have easy counters for it. Keep relying on that relic and you're gonna wind up in the morgue. Never heard of Blasthammer. He snickers to himself. Really? It's only, the most popular freeware attack ESP in South Asia. He's practically shouting. His face is lit up with maniacal glee. Learn something new every day, I guess. Yeah, you said it. You better get with the program if you want to survive out here. He leers at you. His expression all smugness and superiority. I mean, I'm just saying. Gotcha. Gotta go. Sorry. Yes, see you. So, yeah, he is one of those tech guys. Your comlink crackles to life with an ear-splitting hiss. Izybelle. Okay, I've jacked into the admin compu-imative, but I can work with it. Are you in position yet? Not yet. Waiting position near the VIP area and use the kiosk. Remember, perfect persona. Gotcha. While you're getting there, I'll start working on getting you VIP access and locating Rom. The line goes dead. Got it. Signal me when you're ready. So apparently we blended in perfectly and got frauded by some dude who decided to make fun of us on our choices. If you want to look around the show floor anymore, we should probably do it before we hit up that kiosk. I know Iz. As soon as we call her back, she's going to want to be all hyper-focused on the job. No more time to socialize or line up for the noodle extruder. We'll look around a bit more before we hit the kiosk. Kiosk. Larg. Okay. There we go. Game saved. Oh, look. I didn't want to say a bunch of... I was going to say a bunch of geeks, but then again, I'm a huge nerd. These deckers look different from many of the others on the show floor. As you approach, you can see the quiet confidence in their postures and the steel in their eyes. Unlike their peers, they are professional Shadowrunners. Ooh. Convention goer, the most vocal of the three. A female orc with obvious cyberware addresses you. Maybe you could help settle this. My colleagues and I have a difference of opinion on the relative merits of mid-range cyber decks. Would you agree that the Fuchi Virtua X is the best mid-range deck in its class? Convention goer. You always do this, Harridan. You word your questions to lead strangers to give the answers that you prefer. Now the community consensus is that the Virtua X is just an overpriced rehash of the Cyber 6 in a nicer looking case. Oh, shut up, Bright. Buyers? Buyers? Yes. Her voice is surprisingly deep and brassy. You're doing the same thing. Besides, everyone knows that Fuchi is going down the tubes. Villers is pulling assets out of the company and transferring them to his other holdings as fast as he can get away with it. So if Fuchi is collapsing in on itself, and Fairlight doesn't do mid-range machines, then Allegiance is obviously primed to... New York size. Novahat here is Allegiance's #1 superfan, in case you couldn't tell. Never mind the fact that their only current product, the Alpha, is woefully lackluster next to the competition. We've been going around and around on this for hours, so what do you think? Which deck is going to be best in class at the mid-range price point in 57? So we could actually do two things here. We could do charisma or decking. What's decking say? Hate to break it to you, but Fuchi is going to stay on top in the mid-range market. The Virtua X will be the best in class for its price point next year, just like it was this year. Okay. If we were actually a decker, charisma, I'm not a brand loyalist, guys. I don't have a horse in this race. And then he just drops his mic and walks off. You forget Allegiance and Fuchi. This time next year, Cranial Cyberdecks. Nah. I don't do a lot of research. We already found that was stupid. I don't do a lot of research about store-bought decks. I prefer to build my own. They stare at you. A long moment passes finally. Beerus begins to snicker. That's funny. You're a DIYer, huh? So you're telling me that you can cobble together a better deck than a Fuchi, or hell, an Allegiance by yourself? I didn't say better. I said that I build my own decks. I don't have a stake in corporate pissing matches. Oh, burn! I can respect that, I guess. But if you ever want to be competitive, you're gonna have to get past your whole home-built cyber deck phase. How you enjoying the con so far? He shrugs. It's what it always is. Bad food, a lot of antisocial people, and overpriced vendor kiosks. By the end of the weekend, I'm probably gonna have measles and or the flu. To be perfectly honest, I don't even remember why we all fly out here every year. Beers! We come out here because you start getting excited about the show months in advance every year. You left me 15 voice messages to make sure that I remembered to book the hotel room. That's because I remember what happened in 52. I do enough sleeping on the street back home. I don't need to do it when I'm on vacation too. How many times do I have to apologize for that? I'll let you know when you can stop. Where are you guys from? Macau. I got a house in Indonesia. Spend most of my time in Seattle though. Oh, cool. I'm from Phnom Penh, but I do a lot of work out here in HK. Alright, gotta go. Right, she waves. See you around the show floor. Alright, I think we're good. We're gonna peace out. Let's take care of this kiosk work, and we're going to be awesome. I'm not going to split this up into 2 episodes no matter how long it is. The perfect persona kiosk flickers to life at your approach. A debug menu pops onto the screen along with a text prompt in all caps. Hollywood, enter the following kiosk key code. Enter the following key code into the kiosk. Enter the code. You tap the code into the kiosk keyboard. A moment later, a series of 5 loud popping sounds rattles off in your Conlink's earpiece. Izybelle's voice fills your ear, crisper and cleaner than it was before. Woo! Testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me, Hollywood? Yeah, I hear you. What was that? A command line code for the kiosk to connect with your comlink via direct link. A hint of smugness creeps into her voice. This way, we can bypass using a comm signal entirely. Nice, Iz. I know, as long as you remain within a couple of feet of the kiosk, we shouldn't have any problems. Wander too far outside of the range and you're gonna get stacked again. Got it. Alright, now that we're all linked up, give me a second and I'll locate Rhombus. You hear the sound of rattling keystrokes coupled with Izybelle's muttering under her breath. The line falls silent. The silence stretches. 10 seconds, 20. Then you hear Izybelle explode. What the hell? He already has one? How the fuck does Rhombus merit a VIP pass when I don't? Ooh, somebody's jelly. Wait, he's already in the VIP area? She rails into your earpiece fuming. I'm twice the decker that he is, and everybody knows it. What makes him a VIP when I'm not? Jealous much? She takes a moment to calm herself. You can almost feel the heat of her anger radiating through your earpiece. Alright. I know which room he's staying in now. Another strained silence. I'll just need a few minutes to get you your VIP upgrade. The line goes dead. Huh. That wasn't good. What should we... A series of clicks erupts in your ear, cutting Gobbet's sentence short. Your PDA begins blinking. You're receiving a video chat request. Answer the call. Oh, that's no bueno. Izybelle blossoms onto the screen, along with a pair of towering security guards. The line that connected her to the admin terminal hangs loose from its socket. I'm gonna ask you again. What the hell are you doing here? Take your time and make sure that you're telling me the truth. I know if you don't. Izybelle. Oh, that's a lovely picture of Izybelle. Izybelle stammers helplessly. Well, I was looking for the person who ordered this coffee. What were you looking for? Him in the Matrix. And besides, you don't have any coffee, so try again. She continues to sputter. Her eyes dart toward the screen fixing on you. You can see the desperation on her face. Well, I need to, Oh god, so basically, this is whether or not we have to start shooting people. Okay, play cool. Play cool, JB. Play cool, Izzo. Hollywood, it's all up to you. Alright, Izybelle, listen up. Say what I say, and you'll be fine. Say okay if you understand. Do I have to coach you out of this, really? Alright, see, this is a really cool, like, part of the story mission. This is, like, something that actually might have in a game of Shadowrun. If you could use somebody else's checks to help you out. Okay. Say okay if you understand. Okay. Hotel security guard, last chance. Start talking sense or spend the night with the HKPF. I'm sorry, I'm just nervous. I've never been in trouble before. My coworker sent me up here as a prank. I feel like such a fool. Boom, trouble before. I'm sorry, I'm just nervous. The words sound rehearsed, but they're tinged with enough genuine panic to be plausible. I've never been in trouble before. The guard glances at his counterpart. We don't have time for this. Just kick her out and be done with it. The hotel security guard. The guard in front of Izybelle straightens. Yeah, you're probably right. She looks down on Izybelle, hands on her hips. I'm gonna let you go, with a warning this time, but only this once. If I catch you anywhere near this room again, I'm turning you over to the police, got it? But you're getting out of this easy, Izybelle, just go along with it. You ready to go loud? Because if you keep arguing with the guard, we're gonna have to start shooting. Don't argue with her, just let them kick you out of the room. She clenches her jaw, looking up at the guard. Yes, sir. Good call. The line goes quiet as she moves out of the server room. There we go! That's what's up. And apparently, yes, the rapture is coming for me. We're gonna continue this. What a damn nightmare. This is turning out to be. I'm sorry, Hollywood, but I couldn't get you your VIP access. You got Rhombus's room number, right? Yeah, I got it. I can take you right there. There's only a problem. Without VIP access, you can't open the door without sounding an alarm. The picture on your PDA flickers worryingly. A moment later, Izybelle's image returns to the screen and let you through from the side. That's what I'm gonna do now. I'll make my way down to you and open the door. I lost a bit of that. Are we gonna have a communication problem again? Maybe a bit. I'm still using the kiosk to talk to you, but now that I'm not jacked in, I can't route messages to it directly anymore. Please stay put. If you lose the kiosk, we're gonna have serious communication issues. Got it. Oh, and I may need your help if I run into more people up here, Hollywood. In case you haven't guessed, I'm not exactly a social butterfly, and if things go loud, I'll really need your help. I've got your back. Let's do this. Let's go. Okay. Server room's clear. What's over here? Okay, we need to figure out where the heck we're actually going. Now this is fun, because we technically don't know it. Okay, search this computer. What we got? Boop! Izybelle takes a quick glance at the terminal. I'll be damned. It's logged into an admin inbox, and somebody left it unlocked. I can't open the door for you from here, but we can read the messages. If you want, do it. Izybelle turns the camera on a PDA to face the screen. Amber text on a stark black background swims into focus. Ghost in the machine. Look, I'm gonna come right out and say it. The security guys are right. There's something horribly wrong with that noodle extruder. I ran a diagnostic on it this afternoon. I was halfway through recalibrating the broth nozzles when the damn thing started humming. And sure enough, it started churning and steaming hot joxing noodles, just dumping them into the palms of my hands. You don't even want to see the blisters I'm sporting now. Now here's the freaky thing. The dough hopper was empty. I unloaded it myself prior to beginning the diagnostic. I want to repeat that. It was producing dough out of thin air. That machine is haunted. You want my advice? You'll get rid of it before the show. Oh, snap. Huh. I don't know what I was expecting this message to be, but that wasn't it. You want me to keep going? Let's check the last message. It's too late, Nancy. At least a dozen people have already eaten from that thing. We can't shut it down now, and we sure as hell can't let anyone know about it. If people were to get sick, the show could be held liable. Of course! Corporate douchebaggery. Look, If it's any consolation, I've been poring through the logs of old shows to see if anyone had mentioned noodle extruder. And I found something. The exact conversation 14 years in a row. I don't know what's happening with the machine. I don't know where it came from, or how, or why, but it's not part of DECCON. Nobody can get rid of it. Nobody knows how it works. It just does. And people keep coming back to visit it. I think that this is a blessing in disguise. That's what I'm telling myself anyway. Just don't question it, and everything will be okay. I don't even know what to say about that. Let's just... We've seen enough. Let's go. So there's a ghostly noodle extruder. That is actually pretty freaky. I really wish me and Gavin had messed with it now. What do we got over here? We need to figure out some way. Info about the conference. Conference room 3 is on the bottom floor. Okay. We got... Okay, we could steal some supplies. We might need them, just in case. Take it. I'll take a medkit that we don't have to pay for. I'll take that all day. Open the door. Okay, what's up? Izybelle's outline goes fuzzy the moment she sets foot into the elevator. A loud rhythmic whooshing sound dominates the low end of your PDA's speakers. It sounds a bit like the rotors of a helicopter. Heads up, Izybelle. We're getting a lot of interference here. An elf in his mid-20s steps aside to let Izybelle at the floor's sector panel. He looks wired, jittery, stimmed to the gills. Most likely there's no telling how long it's been since he's gotten a wink of sleep. Izybelle punches the button for the ground floor. Working the show, huh? That has to be hard. The elf smiles down on Izybelle, his expression affable. I feel tempted to blow off work and go check out the kiosks. Maybe take in a panel or two. Say, yeah, it's tough, alright. I wish that I could just drop everything and explore. She starts in, repeating your words with forced sincerity. It's tough, alright. I wish that I could just drop... She falls silent. You can see her staring at the man's VIP badge. Izybelle? What's wrong? Don't go off script, hun. Her eyes remain locked on the man's badge. Kind Ding, huh? That's an interesting street name. Been decking under it long? A couple of years now. He smiles. Longer than anyone else to use the handle. I don't know what you're doing, but be careful. Just smile and nod, Izybelle. You're trying to go unnoticed, remember? If she heard you, she doesn't acknowledge it. I know who you are. You're the one who shut down the Kowloon City power grid 6 months ago. Kind Ding. He clears his throat. Yeah, that was me. Let's just keep that between ourselves, though, alright? That little stunt screwed over a lot of local deckers. Her voice is soft, but you can detect a definite undertone of hostility. A couple of them soaked up nasty hits of dump shock because of it. You wrecked the grid while they were jacked into their home machines. My team was in a bind. They needed a power outage right then and there, or they were cooked. So I gave them one. It was the best solution to a bad situation, let's leave it at that. An icy silence descends on the elevator car. A few seconds later, Izybelle pierces it. There was this Decker. She lived out in Haoi. Called herself Spinster. She was a good person. Now she's in the ground. She never came back out of that coma that your stunt put her into. Ooh! Oh snap, we're about to get somebody shot. Slowly, Ding extends his hand towards the emergency brake. Izybelle, do you want to go loud? Because that's where this road takes us. She balls her hands into her fists. You can read the tension in her body language. She's biting her tongue. At least that's what I heard. I'm just a caterer. I'm not a decker myself. He stares down at Izybelle. The smile has vanished from his face. Yeah, sure you're not. You've come to get me, haven't you? To take revenge for your friend? Did her people put out a contract on me? Is that it? Say I'm not a decker, honest. I'm just a caterer who spends too much time lurking on the Shadowland BBS. Yes, I took the contract, but I've decided not to go through with it. When the elevator stops, walk away and don't look back. 1. I'm not a decker, I'm just a caterer who spends way too much time. Abruptly, the connection cuts to static. Well, that figures. The static pops and hisses. For 10 seconds. 20. Finally. Finally. I'm sorry. Somebody just hit me up with something. Finally. The stack pops and hisses for 20. Finally, the picture wobbles back into view. Kinding is in mid-sentence, practically frothing with rage. Did what I had to do. If you were in my position, you'd have done the same if you'd have gotten them killed. He's shouting. The sound of it reverberates in the cramped confines of the elevator car. There was no third way out of that scenario. Izybelle starts to respond. The anger is clear in her tone. I would not have... Izybelle, stop. Listen to me. She stops short. What? You're crazy, an insane person. And when I get out of this elevator, I'm going to the hotel security office. To hell with it. Tell him that if he does, he's a dead man. Tell him you're with the Yellow Lotus. Okay, F it. Tell him you don't want to turn me in. My boss would be very unhappy. I work for Kindly Chang. The color drains from his face. He begins to stammer. Oh, no. I'm sorry, I didn't mean... The comms have cut out again. Good God, this is getting old. And this music is crazy. Hold up. Wow, this music is ridiculous. As quickly as it went, the picture flickers back into your PDA screen. Kinding looks calmer now. The elevator is descending. Remember what we discussed. You keep your cool, and this turns out well for the both of us. We live and let live, understood? Yes. I didn't want any trouble from you in the first place. I'm just glad that it was all a misunderstanding. Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'll be happy if this is the last that I ever see of you. The feeling is mutual. The car finally slides to a halt, and the elevator door slides open. The other decker doesn't get off. Enjoy the rest of the show. Now get a move on, Izybelle. Dang, dude. That's ridiculous. Oh! Well, the hallway ahead is blocked by a trio of struggling bodies. A blackout drunk troll hangs slung between a pair of cursing security guards. One male and one female. As you watch, they struggle valiantly to drag her down the hallway. The troll's voice comes out in an inebriated roar. Unhand me, you fools! The older of the two bodyguards, a middle-aged man with a pompadour haircut, struggles with all his might to keep his prisoner's flailing arm constrained. Don't let go, Hu Yi. She has the strength of 10 men. Yes, sir. You recognize her as a guard who is standing by the employee entrance on the show floor. How she got roped into troll holding duty is anyone's guess. Clear the hole? Say nothing. The security captain locks eyes with Izybelle. He barks out an order. Clear the hall. Say nothing. With the exaggerated motion, the troll swings her head towards Izybelle. You, dwarf girl, help me. This... She hiccups mightily. The sound reverberates in your ears. These jackheads want me to leave because I'm a troll. What's happening here? None of your business. You're not even hotel staff. You shouldn't be back here at all. He hugs the troll's left arm to his chest with all of his strength, desperately trying to weigh her down. She lifts his feet a few inches off the floor, then slaps him back down. He lets out an audible whimper. Now clear the way and report to your manager. Quit fighting me, damn it, before I talk to him for you. Okay, we gotta hit that social etiquette. I'm happy I picked it now. The former door guard stares at Izybelle. Recognition dawns on her face. Hey, I remember you. You said that you had to meet some caterers up on 6. What are you doing here? Tell them, sorry, I had to get more fuel canisters for the chafing dishes. We were told that you had some here. We need to get more fuel, boom, 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 boom. Why would we keep cooking supplies here? If anything, they'd be in the kitchen. I don't know, but let me go. I'll go find out. Okay. The security captain strains courageously against the captain's flailing arm, oblivious to everything but his own struggle. Look, just hurry back to the kitchen and get out of our hair. Good job, Izybelle. There's a brief pause, then she mutters a response under her breath. The mic barely picks it. This is exhausting. No more improvisation for me. I'm done with this. From now on, I'm your parrot. Just tell me what to say, and I'll say exactly that. If that's the way you want to play it. Yeah, because they're hauling her, apparently. Alright, we did good. We're doing fantastic. And now... Come on, man! An impressive-looking man in starched white coat blocks the hallway. He turns, and you recognize the familiar pastry, magic and more, insignia on his lapel. He fixes his gaze on Izybelle, and the expression on his face is anything but happy. What are you doing back here? We went over this in the staff meeting this morning. I'm the one who's covering this area. The VIPs are to be handled by managers only. You should be on the convention hall floor. I got turned around. These hotels all look the same. Turned around? There are signs all over the place. His cheeks slowly begin to turn red. What are you doing wandering around back here at all? You should be in one or two places. The show floor or the kitchen. Period. I didn't know. I'm new here. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, no shit. I didn't recognize. Convention goer. You become dimly aware of a figure looming behind you in the convention staff. New here? You must be joking, man. You've been on that kiosk for 20 minutes now. Wait, excuse me? He leans in, gets in your face. You can taste the onions on his breath. I said that it's time to get off the damn demo kiosk. You've been hogging it for way too long, and there's a line here. Just give me 5 more minutes, and it's all yours. Oh, God. What's all mine? Oh, God, this sucks. Calm down. Let's just talk about this. Violent? Violent? You're threatening me? You think I'm threatening to hurt you? He recoils, clearly offended. I've never said that I would do anything like that. Okay, you've caught me. The truth is, I'm recording candid footage of this conversation for the hotel's owners. Wait, what? You can't use that footage. Not unless I sign a release form or something. Okay, you caught me. Wait, am I gonna be on a Trid show? I'm here to check up on the vendors here at the show, tech vendors, the catering crew, all of it, to make sure that the reputation of our venue isn't tarnished. Huh, well... Okay, I guess just try to make it quick, okay? I really want to get my hands on that software, and I'm not leaving until I do. Oh, you're like a secret shopper, that sort of thing. He stares down at Izybelle, a newfound respect on his face. Well, I hope you'll tell your employees that pastry, magic, and more catering went above and beyond the call of duty to respect your hotel and its rules. Yeah, I will. Boom! In the convention hall, the decker that you were arguing with backs away to a respectable distance. The catering manager lets Izybelle pass. There we go. No one had to get shot. Nobody had to get shot. Isn't that amazing? Boom. And now let's walk through and talk to Rhombus. God, this was something. That was crazy. And this episode is going to be long as I don't know what. Yeah. This is gonna get split into 2 parts. Most definitely. Or I'll just post the whole thing. I'm not really sure. I kinda wanna like get this done though. Excuse me. Rhombus! What's good, homie? As you burst through the door, you find yourself standing face to face with a small, heavily tattooed man. Geometric shapes of all designs trace their way from his temples down his cheeks and neck to his shoulders. His eyes continue the motif. Each of his irises is a slanted rectangle. Oh, rhombuses. Like legit rhombuses. Rhombus looks at Izybelle and sighs. If he's surprised to see her, he doesn't show it. You finally won him back, huh? The memories that we locked away. I always knew that you would one day. But you got so hostile after the procedure, I didn't think you'd come around this soon. Izybelle glowers at him, her cheeks darkening. Oh, get bent, Rhombus. I got hostile with you because you got hostile with me. Ooh, exes? Like hell I did. I tried to give you some advice, as a friend. If memory serves, you called me a patronizing bastard and slagged my deck. Was I just supposed to take that without punching back? Whoa, Izybelle, you slagged his... Izybelle cuts in, her normally small voice growing raucous. I called you a patronizing bastard because that's what you were being. You wouldn't have taken that tone if I were a guy or an orc or a troll. You talked down to me like I was your little sister or something. Well, guess what? I'm not. Ooh, I rose my voice there a little. Whoa, hold up. I talked that way to you because... She shouts over him, cutting him short. Punch back? That's a funny way of putting you're tailored... Putting it. You tailored an ESP to troll all of my posts on Shadowland. What kind of prick would do a thing like that? Well, you did slag his deck. That's kind of jacked up. His face goes beet red, and his chest puffs out. The kind whose cat you had killed? You little monster... Oh! Izybelle. What? Captain Whiskers was just a house cat. He didn't have anything to do with this. He was just a house cat. He was just a house cat. She rears back in indignation. That wasn't me. I would never hurt a cat. If I were going to have someone killed, it would have been you. Both of you, shut up. There's a moment of stunned silence, then Rhombus licks his lips and speaks. I can't believe that this is happening to me. All over, me trying to do you a favor. He shakes his head at Izybelle. That'll teach me to try to give a friend some advice, I guess. I could punch him square in the face, but I don't think we should. That's the second time you said that. This whole feud started over you trying to give Izybelle advice? Yes. I don't even remember what we were talking about. I think maybe I was telling her what kind of ram to pick up for a deck. Something like that. It was a long time ago. It wasn't what you said, Rhombus. It was how you said it. Oh, shoot. Yeah, this is a lover's argument. Because that's something. And the argument was nothing. It was what you did after the argument that was unforgivable. Taking the moral high ground, it isn't going to work for you here. You attacked me first. For no reason. Advance on Rhombus. The hell with this. Okay, from what I'm getting here, you both hate each other. But you were close friends, right? Once, I guess. You guess? You let me perform amateur brain surgery on you. Hell, you begged me to do it. We were friends, Izybelle. Good friends. And then you went and messed it all up. Amateur brain surgery? Please explain what that means. What the hell has this been about? My memories. The ones about my childhood, the ones that I'd lost. They weren't gone. They aren't gone. They're in headwear storage, locked away behind an encryption key. I've got them, but I can't see them without it. That was your idea, is keeping them, I mean. You told me to hold onto the key for you, just in case you ever needed them back. I know, Rhombus, but after everything that had happened, I couldn't just ask you to... You want the encryption key for the memories that we locked away? It's yours. I don't envy you. The pain that you'll feel when you unlock them, but they belong to you. He keys a series of buttons on his PDA. Izybelle's PDA buzzes a moment later. There, check your inbox. You've got the key. Do with it what you will. I was holding on to it for you anyway. Izybelle blinks confusedly. But I thought that we were enemies now. We were. But there was no reason for us to be. Just take the key and go. Have a nice life. He waves her off. He looks exhausted. Say nothing. Izybelle stares at Rhombus, a neutral expression on her face. Finally, she speaks up. I'm sorry, Rhombus. I don't know how things got as bad as they did, but sorry. Her voice goes solemn. I'm going to find out what happened to Captain Whiskers. I promise you that. Aw, that'd be nice of you, Iz. I'd appreciate it. Almost bashfully, his gaze flits to the ground. He looks away, and color surges to his cheeks. Oh, it is. I've got something of an admission to make. She rolls her eyes. Look, I get it, Rom. You've always liked me. I hate to break it to you, but it was never that big of a secret, and I know that's why you. His eyes go wide. He raises his hands, palms out, and shakes his head. What? No, Iz. No, that's not it at all. I mean, you're a nice girl and all, but just no. Color rushes to her cheeks. But then what? My panic button. He flips his sleeve inside out, and you can see a blinking red LED imbued in the fabric. I tripped it when you broke in. The cops are on their way. But wait, don't freak out. I'll call them off for you. Oh. She shuffles her feet, looks away. Thanks. That's what you get? For calling the cops on me? A shuffle of the feet and then you look away and thanks? Well, the shuffling of the feet is a clear indication that she obviously wanted some of the R. God, I can't believe I said that. Hey, what are friends for? You just wait here, I'll go meet them in the hall and draw them off to another room. Shouldn't take 2 seconds. Oh, it is. It was nice catching up with you. Good luck with the whole memory thing. You're gonna need it. She nods mutely. Rhombus takes off at a run, then disappears around the hall. Hello, security. Yo. I have never seen that conversation before. I didn't pick the right words before. I'm very, very happy we didn't have to shoot anybody. That's pretty nice. That's more than nice, that's amazing. We avoided like 2 to 3 fights. That's Shadowrun. You could say nothing happened, or you could say we played it very, very well. We didn't go loud, we didn't go peak mohawk, we played that mirrored shades. That's how we played it. The bus trip back to Kai Tak is quieter than the ride in was. We're going to end it right there. I think this is probably like an hour, and I think that might be a nice bookend. I'm not going to split it up. Thank you guys for watching, and when we get back, we'll find out how Izybelle deals with her new memories. Interesting. If you guys liked it, like. If you have anything to say in the comments, please hit me up. I know Atlas was asking before about how this works, how Shadowrun works, and about the lore. So check it out. And yeah, peace, people.